Welcome to this humble boudoir where I'll be sharing with you secrets of a female's beauty. Beauty. Huh? Chocolate is good. So as I was saying, welcome to my humble boudoir. Never mind, I'm just going to show you how I do my hair, because I've been receiving a lot of questions and I didn't really want to make a video like that because I keep repeating myself, but I don't think I'm like a hair expert or anyone, because there are so many people I'm following on social media that do it way better than I do, so this is gonna be very subjective. So it might not work on your hair, that's what I'm trying to say. But since a lot of you guys wanted to know what I'm doing, this is what my hair looks like after I blow dry it. I never do it, to be honest. I only had to do it today because I washed it like half an hour ago, but I usually just leave it and just sleep in my hair being wet. Probably not the best idea. I don't really care. So what I'm using lately, because I've been changing a lot of techniques, like I've been through hundreds of ways of doing your hair, and right now I'm kind of at this point, but it doesn't mean that that next month I'm going to stick to it. So right now I'm using a brush, sponge rollers, and it's a sad story actually, because I used to have like an item that was very special to me, and it was an empty bottle of detergent, and I kind of lost it, and I don't know where it is right now. Actually, you know guys, I found it. This is what I'm using. Okay, there is water inside, okay? It's not actually a detergent, but actually, you know what? That would make a very good thumbnail. Okay, so I'm using water just to spray my hair so it's a bit damp, and I'm using sponge rollers, which are in this beautiful TK Maxx tin box that had some god-awful cookies inside. Like, don't ever buy that shit. So inside we have this size sponge rollers. I know a lot of people use different sizes depending on what kind of curl they want to get. I use this one because it's the smallest size, I guess. It gives you like the really tight curl. So yeah, I have a box of these. Some of them do have bits of my hair on it because you have to be really careful when you take them out. I'm never careful. I'm usually in a hurry, so I just go like but anyway, let's begin. So while I'm sectioning my hair, I'm just gonna take you know what, this is the worst setup I've ever done because my mirror is right behind the camera, so I can't really see anything. No, don't move. Why am I so bad at tutorials? No! I'm just going to... Actually, I don't need my brush for this. I'm never using it for that. I'm just gonna be like choosing the front section. It doesn't have to be like super neat or anything. I usually end it somewhere in the middle of my ear. And then something I didn't think of is you also need a hair tie. Oh, actually I did think about that. To keep the rest of your hair in place so it doesn't come in your way. Wow, that's amazing. This is sort of what I would wear in 2006. So now we have this, and what I'm going to do is I'm using my detergent to dampen the hair a bit. So I'm gonna start sectioning it, and this is a tip I got from Lucille's Locks. I'm gonna link her in the description. And what she said is to, instead of kind of going that way, she kind of taught me to do this instead. And I'm not sure if it makes that big of a difference, but since I adore what she does with her hair, I'm just following it blindly. So I'm just gonna go a bit like this. So my hair is super thick, so I don't want too much hair in one bit, because obviously it's not gonna dry. And also don't forget the ends, because they're little sneaky bastards that never wanna get curly. Next step. Get rid of the hair you lost the last time. What another girl taught me at a vintage hair workshop, her account's name is I Love Lucy, is to start sort of here, not to start directly at the end, but rather to start sort of here, so then it's easier to curl the ends, and then you can just go all the way up. Which is kind of a good tip. I think it really works, because if you start at the bottom, if your hair is layered, you're gonna get a really hard time trying to get it on the roller. So see the angle. So now I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing. Actually, I can't see anything because my mirror is too far away, so this is gonna be fun brushing it out tomorrow. So another sort of hair guru that I follow blindly is Nisha's hairstyling, if that's how you pronounce it. You can check her work on Instagram. I'm seriously such a huge fan. I mentioned her in my other video about Instagrammers that I think are worth following. This is what I want to avoid. And I think she's one of the most authentic vintage hairstylists out there, so, well, not gonna lie, I'm hugely inspired by her work. I have a confession to make, by the way. This is the first video I'm making while everyone is in the house, because usually I wait for everyone to leave because I'm like, cringe. See, this section is what I can't really get right, so don't do it the same way because it never works. Like, just the angle is always wrong, so probably is a way to fix that. I don't know, because I'm no expert. So, by the way, I don't do it every day. I usually do it once a week or even less often, depending on what I'm doing with my life at the moment, which usually is not much. Are you guys excited for Christmas? Okay, one side down. So now what I'm doing is, if something's a bit too tight, I'm kind of pushing the rollers downwards so they don't pull my hair, because they can be really annoying sometimes. You sometimes wake up at night thinking, what did I do to deserve this punishment? So next section is this bit here. Again, I'm stopping right at where the ear is. Oh, that looks disgusting. My hair is not usually this straight. It's kind of weird. Okay, and again, we're gonna do some angles here. You should probably use a comb to section your hair. I couldn't be bothered to do it. I'm always afraid I'll run out of rollers because I only have like a limited amount of them, and I got them in the UK, so now it's kind of like, well, if I run out of rollers, I'm kind of screwed. That is tight, and I don't mean tight, I mean like, you know, tight. Your eyes are probably wandering around the room thinking of different weird stuff that appears. Q&A. Are those bags next to the door full of my enemies' bodies? Nope. That's my costumes. Why do you have a fake tree on top of your white cupboard? Good question. I've been asking myself the same question for the past 10 years. Is that a sewing machine? Yup. Okay, this section done. What I'm doing at the back is I'm still following Lucille's Locks advice, and what she said is the section kind of in like three sections, two at the sides and one middle section, and then you don't really use the angle method anymore, you just go like this. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's actually weird that no one has entered this room since I started recording. I'm not gonna show you the back, you know why? Because I never see it. Like, I literally never see it. I just always have this kind of, you know, perspective, because obviously I'm in front of a mirror doing this. So I think it's actually more useful if you can't see what I'm doing, and then I show you the... Oh my god, sorry, I got distracted because like there's a bit of my curtains that looks like a spider, but no, it's just a flower. God, I'm so pathetic. Okay. The last bit of the side section of the back. Now these you'll want a little bit more wet, because these bastards are just so hard to curl. Like, they never hold the curl. They're always the first one to go straight. I don't know why that is. Like, it's the same head, it's the same hair, but for some reason these little sneaky spiders, why did I say spiders? They just won't do it. Okay, that's one side done. Moving on to the other side. Santa Claus got stuck in a chimney. He won't come back, I fear. I wonder if you sing a song in your video that's like a really good copy of the original song, will you get demonetized? Kind of running out of rollers. I feel like writing a song about it. Nobody wants to run out of rollers. Nobody, No, I have to focus on the hair, because when I started singing, the hair situation went down. This thing you're witnessing right now is pure masterpiece. It's just 100% professional, unique techniques that I've, came up with myself. Just in general, you're witnessing pure genius. Let's move on to the middle section, which is the thickest one. You know what would be really ironic? If I brush it out tomorrow and it sucks. So this is the difficult part, because you can't really see it, and you can't really do it on the side, because then it's gonna go all messy. So I start on the side, and then I kind of move it backwards. I have a feeling it's going to go crazy tomorrow. Are you hungry watching this? You should stop the video and go eat, seriously. If you have something to eat, go eat it. So what you should also know about my hair is that it's cut in a specific shape. So if you look at it from the side, if it was loose, it would go somewhere like this. It's like a U. Like if you look at it back, it's kind of like a U letter. So it's the shortest here, and then like the lowest part is in the middle of the back. Okay, this is oh no. This is how I set my hair. Done! One more thing you should do before you go to sleep is to get a scarf. And the reason I'm doing this is not because I care if I look good or not, because obviously I don't look good, but because if you sleep in it, the rollers are going to be alright in the morning, otherwise they might undo themselves or unroll, and you're just gonna end up having some loose curls in the morning. So just so they don't die. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just want it to stay on your head for the rest of the night, so make sure it's tight. That's done. Not gonna lie, I'm not going to bed yet. I'm gonna eat some sandwiches and watch Barbie and the Pegasus with my sister. See you tomorrow and we'll see how that went and if everything's nice and dry. And bye! We're back in my humble boudoir. So before we get to it, I'm just gonna put the makeup on because of this. Let's see what kind of disaster is underneath this gorgeous scarf. It's a lie! Okay, so I'll start undoing these. So what I do is I don't keep turning it around so the hair kind of goes loose, but instead I do it a couple of times and then I'm trying to sort of do this, because then you get a little sausage. Sometimes it doesn't work, because sometimes your hair gets tangled on the roller. I like doing it because then I can sometimes use it before I actually brush it out. For example, these curls look really good if you just pin them up like this without even brushing them up, because they're just really tight. Sometimes there are hair that stay on the roller. It sometimes gets really tricky to get rid of them, so if your hair does that, it's probably best if you just undo it like this. Ouch! This is the situation I was talking about. So if you're going for a Shirley Temple kind of look, this is where you can actually stop. That's how I do my hair. Nope, just kidding. So what people say is after you've undone all your curls to kind of go through them with your hands. I'm gonna show you why I think it's impossible. Yeah, that's fine. It just I can't do it. People are just ooh, let me go through, and I'm like, nope, that's it, that's all I can do because I'm stuck. You can just skip this point and just go straight to brushing it out. So, tips for brushing out. Start with small sections of hair. Make sure to brush it out completely. This is something I didn't get the first time because I was like, well, I brushed it out. But then if you have a look at this bit here, it gets stuck. It can be happening, it has to go straight right through it. This is where I always got it wrong. And then also try gently brushing it sort of on your hand, but we'll get to that later. So this is not brushed out hair, and for me as a person that has a shitload of hair, this was the point I kind of omitted, because I was like, well, it's impossible to do it because they're always going to be tangled. But like you can see, I keep doing it and it's still stuck. That's why it sometimes takes like half an hour to do it. Okay, I'm gonna move back a bit and just go through like all of the hair and then go back. You may have noticed what I'm doing is I'm brushing it out and then I'm smoothing it with my hand. So it sort of goes like this. This is because then the waves form in a different way. That's what I've noticed at least. Also, everything that's underneath needs to be brushed out as well. See, this is what I mean, this is not brushed out. The other thing is not to give up when it sort of looks like this, because I know a lot of people are like, why can't I get perfect waves? And the reason is, I'm going to show you, it only gets better if you keep doing it. Like, it's slightly better now, and it will get even better after like 15 minutes of brushing out. Because I know there is this point where you sort of brush out everything and you're like, okay, well, this is a disaster and I'm never doing that again. But the thing is, you have to keep doing it. The only moment where you should probably just give up is when your curl is not strong enough and you've done something wrong with the setting of the hair and stuff. Because sometimes you do something wrong and the curl just doesn't hold. That's where you should probably give up, because it's not going to get any better. Oh, how I love my ear showing. It's just amazing. I have a feeling the back of my hair is flat, which means it didn't work out. But anyway, keep doing it. Like, you don't stop at this point. It's gonna get better. And keep doing this to the ends. So what I'm doing is I have my hand like this, and I take a bit of hair and I keep it like that, and I just do this. So I kind of brush it on my thumb. See, this is what you're trying to sort of get rid of by brushing it out. I'm not sure how it works technically, like what the brushing out does, but I think it's because you keep brushing it out and the hairs sort of join in little waves together. So like here you can obviously tell they haven't joined each other yet, but here you can see the waves forming, and I think that's what the brushing out does. It just sort of slowly puts it all together. If you can tell there are still knots and stuff, you should probably separate the hair into smaller sections. Now, the back is the worst, because obviously you can't see it and you can't really reach the center. So what I usually do is I'm going to show you, trying to like smooth out the back. And then the ends I'm just taking to the sides to sort of curl them underneath. And then I'm just hoping it kind of all comes together by itself. And also what I've noticed is this bit of my hand hurts. I've been like pulling it so hard. Now here you can tell it's still clearly messy. I'm tired, to be honest. My hand is like... Sometimes you literally just have to like undo the whole thing and then put it back in together. See, I'm not super happy with the hair today, to be honest, because it's really flat at the top of the head and I don't know why. So what I like to do is take this bit all the way up, because then it gets kind of more volume. Where is my brush? Sometimes works, sometimes I regret doing this. This time I think it's the latter, but you can get a really nice way of doing this. I have a feeling some of those don't really want to be up. What I like about it is that the wave is sort of forming itself, so I'm not really doing anything, I'm just kind of following the wave. Did I just ruin it? Possibly. And then I might do the same thing here. I don't know why this bit here is always a bit messy, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. So, this is it. I look a bit like a sheep. Let's have a look at what it looks like at the back. I mean, it's not amazing, obviously, because I'm filming it. It could do, I guess. I don't know why it's so straight at the back. It should be kind of like this, but I think that's because I ran out of rollers, as you can probably remember. Yeah, that's why it's a bit loose, because the sections were way thicker. This bit here is a bit messy. It worked out better when I wasn't filming it. This is a sort of like a messy look that I like, because I like it. Okay, let me just generously put some hairspray on it. Where's the hairspray? Yeah, that's it. I mean, obviously that's not the way I do my hair all the time, because most of the time I used to wear it like this, and then this one time I did it and I was like, I look like a freaking old lady. So instead I watched Killers with Ava Gardner, and I was like, so this is sort of inspired by her look a bit. Oh crap, I almost forgot. Okay, so the thing is, I was thinking of doing like an intro. You know, like famous YouTubers always have like, they speak for a while and then they have like an intro, which is like all animated or like pieces of their previous videos. And I was trying to make it myself, but but I couldn't find anything cool, or I'm not really skilled when it comes to like short, visually pleasing stuff. So I thought maybe you could do an intro for me, because I know there's a lot of people that are interested in stuff like that, and I was thinking, why not just use you? How do we do that? How can you send it to me? Just comment the link, just post a link in the comment underneath this video, and I'll make sure to watch all of the intros if there are any, and then I'll just pick the best one. And I'm not doing that because I'm too lazy to make my own intro. Hell no. No, for real though, I feel like there are people that do it much better than me, and if they would be willing to make one, that would be splendid. Well, I mean, I could send you sweets. Let's just finish this ball of awkwardness, because it's getting worse and worse.